Hi everyone, welcome back to your 30 days of Hypopressives. Today is day 16 and we're looking at shape today. So Hypopressives is amazing for sculpting the waist and toning the front of the abs and just overall core strength and stability. So yeah, you can easily lose a couple of inches around your waist with regular practice for 2 to 3 months without losing any weight. It is just a waist shaping technique. So let's have a little look at a few poses that are going to be particularly good for this. So we're going to start off in standing position. Your feet are going to be a hand length apart. Stretch your toes out and relax them. Nice soft knees, neutral pelvis. Keep your ribs stacked and then you're going to lengthen through the top of the head there. And we're going to have our arms in an asymmetrical position. So right hand towards floor, left hand pressing up towards the ceiling. Shoulders sort of relaxed, so not too much tension through the arms there. And we're going to use a little bit of tiptoes just to add a bit more into this pose. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and then coming up onto tiptoes nice and slowly. Lengthen through the top of the head there. Shoulders down, eyes ahead. And then inhale. Exhale, coming down, switching the arms. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, coming up onto tiptoes. Chin back, nice and tall through the top of the head there. And then inhale. Exhale, coming down, switching the arms over again. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, coming up onto tiptoes. Lovely, nice and tall. And then inhale. Exhale, switching over. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and then coming onto tiptoes there. And draw the shoulders down, eyes ahead. Elbows out. Inhale. Exhale, come down. So we're going to have a little look at spiraling in lunge position here. So just the regular lunge position where you're stepping back as if your feet are on train tracks, pelvis is forwards and you're coming forwards into this position here. I'm going to do the other leg first. On the breath hold, we're going to be spiraling on the diagonal. So I'll show you what it looks like. So keeping the pelvis facing forward, so it's kind of fixed there. You basically rotate through middle, top part, bottom, middle, top part of the back, looking over the shoulder there. And we'll do that during the breath hold. Okay, so feet evenly weighted. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. So rotating from the bottom, middle, top part of the back, looking over the shoulder there. So you don't want to bring yourself up into the spiral. You want to stay on this line that you started with originally. Okay, lovely. So we'll do 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And again, spiraling bottom, middle, top part of the back, looking over the shoulder there. And then inhale, exhale, bring that through. And then we're gonna do the other leg, other side. So right leg back, have that arm long on that side. And again, the spiral will be like that. Okay, so 2 breaths, inhale, exhale. Lovely 360 breath all the way through the rib cage. Nice slow exhale. Getting ready to hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs and then spiraling. Bottom, middle, top part of the back looking over the shoulder. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, bring that back. 2 more breaths, inhale, exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. And again, hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, so spiraling bottom, middle, top part of the back looking over the shoulder there. Keep your pelvis facing forwards. Inhale, exhale, coming back. Super, so we're going to come down into quadruped position. For this one, again, fingertips towards each other, fingertips forwards, or you can make fists, whatever you prefer. I'm going to have my fingertips forwards this time. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into a leg extension, and then we're going to curl our heads looking towards our belly buttons there. Okay, so nice and long through the spine to start off with, face directly facing the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely big breath through the rib cage. Exhale. 1 more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, and then you're going to push the right leg out. Keep the toe running along the ground. Keep that leg a tiny bit soft, and then you're going to look towards your belly button there. And then inhale, exhale, bring that leg back in. And we're going to do 1 more on this side, 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, so right leg extension. Keep the pelvis facing the floor, curling your head looking towards your belly button. And then inhale, exhale, bring that leg back in. And we're going to do the other side now. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, so stretching out the left leg this time, toe running along the ground. Curling your head looking towards your belly button. Lovely, and then inhale, exhale, bring that leg back in. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs to a left leg extension again, looking towards your belly button. It's a lovely strong pose, this one. And then inhale, exhale, bring that leg back in. And then we're going to come into legs extended position with asymmetrical arms. If you want to grab a block to sit on, then do. You just want to make sure you're relatively comfortable. You're not feeling like you're too tight through the core or the top of the legs, and you're not rolling down there. So we're going to do right hand in first position, left hand up at the top there, nice and tall. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Check your chin hasn't floated forwards. Open through the front of the chest there and upright. And then inhale. Exhale, switching over the arms. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Nice and tall. This is quite a challenging pose, this one. And then inhale and exhale. Lovely. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And then 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And check your head position. Nice and tall. Well done. This is a hard one. And then inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep really nice and long through the waist here. Nice and tall through the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale when you're ready. And then we're just going to come into a stretch side position here. And we're just going to breathe into that free side and do a rib stretch. It'll feel a little bit different, but we're just going to go with it. If you want to, you can just hold it and not do the vacuum if you prefer. But I like this one. Okay, so inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And it is going to feel a bit squished. Just go with it. Lovely. And then we're going to do 1 more on the same side. So inhale into that free side. Exhale. And then 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And then inhale. When you're ready, we're going to switch onto the other side. So reaching up with the right hand and over. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And then 2 more breaths here just to finish. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Exhale. And then hold your breath. Stretch your ribs here. Inhale, exhale when you're ready. So it's a lovely shaping hypopressive flow for you all. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 17. Let me know how you got on in the comments and which of the poses that you love the most. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye.